Welcome to the deep dive. You sent over some really interesting notes this time. The ones titled Need Biddy Come Pun, all about, getting more confident with public speaking.
Yeah,
And our goal today really is to dig into those notes and pull out the practical stuff, actionable steps people can actually use.
exactly. And looking through them, there are, what, six main areas that jump out?
That's right, 6 key points.
And what I like is how practical they are. They really get to the core of why people feel anxious about it. Pretty grounded advice.
Okay, so let's jump into the first one then. Practice, it's not just repeating things, is it? The notes suggest, a bunch of different ways.
Right. It's about variety. So talking it through yourself, sure, but also trying it out with friends. Small groups first, maybe.
Makes sense. Ease into it.
Yeah. And then there's the mirror practice. Seeing yourself as the audience sees you. Sounds a bit odd, maybe, but it's genuinely useful.
Okay. Okay. And what about studying professional speakers? The notes mention that too. What should we actually look for when we do that?
Good question. It's not just about being smooth. Notice how they use pauses,
Hmm.
for impact.
Yeah.
Or even how they recover if they stumble a bit. It's those little things, the techniques that make a big difference. It's not always about perfection.
That's a great point. Okay, let's move to the second area. Preparation. Talks about a 3-part structure. Opening, main stuff, closing. Why is that structure so, fundamental?
Well, think about it from the audience's perspective and yours too. A clear structure is like a roadmap, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
A strong opening hooks them, the middle part delivers the goods logically, and the close leaves a strong final impression. It kind of takes the pressure off knowing you have that framework.
A blueprint.
Exactly,
Oh,
Griffin.
wait a minute.
And importantly, choosing topics you actually know well or have, really dug into, that helps you speak with genuine interest.
Oh, definitely. Passion comes across. Which kind of links to the next mindset and presentation. How looking the part, dressing well, confident posture, how that connects to feeling confident inside. How much does that outward stuff matter?
Quite a bit, actually. It seems to work both ways. When you project confidence on the outside, shoulders back, maybe dressing sharp, it can actually signal back to your brain.
Like a feedback loop.
Precisely. You feel a bit better, a bit more capable. And the notes also mention speaking confidently in just everyday conversations. That builds the habit.
Right, practice everywhere. And recalling past successes, that's about setting positive expectations.
Yes, exactly. Remembering times you did speak well, even small ones, can kind of short-circuit that negative voice that pops up. It's like, see, you can do this.
Makes sense. Okay, 5th point. Kicking perfectionism to the curb. The notes say even pros make mistakes. Why is letting go of being flawless so crucial?
Because that pressure for perfection, it's often paralyzing.
Yeah.
The key thing mentioned is speaking freely, more relaxed. When you're not obsessing over every single word, you can actually connect better, be more authentic.
Yeah.
And honestly, people usually don't notice small slips nearly as much as we think.
That's probably true. So the final area covers delivery techniques. Things like connecting with the audience, finding friendly faces, speaking clearly, not rushing, and handling mistakes gracefully. Very practical tips.
Yeah, these are all about that connection and staying composed, really. Focusing on friendly faces. It just makes it feel less like you against the world, or like a conversation.
Right. Less intimidating.
Definitely. And clear speech, good pace that just ensures your message gets across properly.
Yeah.
And the advice on mistakes, don't freak out. Just pause, maybe correct if needed, and keep going. It keeps the momentum.
So if we boil it all down from, unintouched, it really seems to be about a solid foundation of prep, then practice to build skill and comfort,
Right.
having that positive mindset, letting go of perfection,
Yeah.
and then focusing on genuinely connecting with the people you're talking to. These are all things you can actively do.
Exactly. They're not just vague ideas. Which leads to a good question for everyone listening, maybe. Thinking about these 6 areas, practice, prep, mindset, imperfection, delivery, which one feels like, the easiest first step for you? Because building confidence isn't instant, right? It's more about experimenting, trying these things out and seeing what works, using these principles as a guide.